Frank, I want two things from you. I want them to stop draining the lake, and I want you to send me someone who knows giant reptiles and poisons.
Jonathan, how can I stop them draining the lake?
Use your position as professor of biology.
Pretty girl, wasn't she? Last seen water skiing near the lakeside house of Professor Jonathan Slater, Nobel Prize winner in the field of genetics. Jonathan Slater's work lies in manipulating DNA, the genetic code which determines whether we're born with black hair, or red hair, or scales. Slater feels that latent within us are all our ancestors, mothers, grandfathers, back to the little half-apes who learned to use fire, discovered tools, invented murder. And beyond them, back to the gilled creatures who first crawled from the shallow seas of a young planet, all within us, waiting to be brought out by a man brilliant enough to manipulate the genetic code. A man like Jonathan Slater, perhaps. The police, of course, have their work to do. A search to conduct, a lake to dredge, a body to find. But they won't find it. 6 people have disappeared in that lake in the past 3 years, and none has floated. It's part of the reason why the authorities have decided to drain the lake into the sea. The rest of the reason is the pollution. They've taken tests. Everything in the lake is dead, they say.
Nothing can save that lake, Jonathan. You saw the figures. It's dead.
Not dead, eaten out.
Oh, come on.
You know my work. You know what I've been concentrating on all these years.
Breeding big fish for fish farms. You said it could solve the world's food problems.
By manipulating genetic structure, I could breed humans back to Neanderthal man. With fish, it's easier. This fish has been extinct since the Jurassic period.
You bred it here?
From its grandson. 160 million years removed.
I thought you were just breeding big fish.
I am.
So why do you need a reptile expert?
The most ferocious jungle on the planet.
Outside the stock exchange.
But still in ecological balance. It's a hard life in there. Eat and be eaten, but balanced. That fish you saw would destroy that balance. It no longer has any natural enemies. So, I bred one. A fish-eating reptile of the Cretaceous period. The Plesiosaurus.
You say you bred a thing like that?
A smaller version, I thought. It grew. And continued to grow. One morning, I found its tank overturned, the door smashed. It's in the lake.
I don't believe it.
If he said he can do it, well, I think he's bred something peculiar.
Plesiosaurus, 20 foot long,
Anya, you know reptiles, you know poisons. I want you to go down there and work with him.
Frank, I know Jonathan Slater's a genius, but is he still sane?
That's the girl I'm paying you to protect. The slightest sign of trouble, I want you in there. I don't want Professor Slater hurt.
But you think maybe he's crazy, huh?
He is a very distinguished man.
But maybe crazy.
Maybe.
You must find a way of destroying underwater saurian life. Or I should say, an underwater saurian life.
The only thing that fits that description is a crocodile or an alligator, surely.
I thought Professor Watson explained.
Well, he said that,
About the plesiosaurs?
yes, he took...
Then what are you talking about crocodiles for?
Oh, well, I just thought it could be shot or something.
Shot! The thing weighs several tons. You don't believe me?
Well,
All right. Then I'll have to make you believe me.
That's the crazy thing. He's got what looks like a side of beef.
there. It is there.
Yes, Frank?
I, just dropped in.
We've been feeding it. She believes now. Anya, we've work to do.
Get yourself a boat. Next time I want him followed.
Well, now we wait. Well, it died overnight. It's just a question now of getting enough of the stuff. Let's see, the experimental animal weighed only 2 pounds. If we could get a chemical factory...
No. They'd need an explanation. The fewer of those, the better. Still, there shouldn't be any problem getting it to take the bait. It's hungry enough.
Why do you go on feeding it?
I created it. It's not for someone else to destroy.
When do you feed it again?
Oh. This afternoon.
He was working for me, a private detective called Roque. He was here looking after Anya.
Here? Looking after... You thought she needed protection? From me?
I felt she needed protection, period.
Frank, you've known me since you were 18, a freshman. Do you think I'm crazy? That I would hurt Anya?
Jonathan, some very strange things have been going on
So
around
you brought
here.
in a hired gun, some thug who shoots first.
Did he shoot?
Heard 2 shots.
You going to say that I shot him? The beast took him. He shot at it.
Well, something turned the boat over. Something dragged him under.
The boat turned over, and he sank.
We've got a poison. We need time to produce enough. See if you can delay them draining the lake.
Yeah, all we want is 1 week.
Look, Professor, I'm county engineer, but I got politicians to answer to. I put up draining the lake for a week, and they're fighting over whose barn door they're gonna nail my hide to.
Look, biologically...
Biologically, there's nothing in there. It's a dead lake. I can give you pollution figures. You put anything alive in there, it's gonna die.
Anything.
Anything.
The county engineer says nothing could survive in there. He starts draining in 2 days.
2 days?
You don't accept the engineer's statement that nothing could live in there?
No.
I figured not. I found myself a boat. It's got an echo sounder on it for finding schools of fish. Guess it ought to be able to pick up a dragon.
That's what we need?
At the very least. Watching won't help. I always taught him to check other people's observations himself.
That's what he taught me.
Come on. We've only got 2 days to make that poison.
I believe you. So how can I help? We're not going to make it. In 30 hours, they start cutting that channel. There's got to be a faster way.
Faster? That depends on the arrangement of the genes. We could breed it.
kind of botulism. The poisoning people get from badly preserved vegetables. Yes. Yes. Yes, we're not going to make this poison. We're going to breed it.
I have a suggestion. Tomorrow, come back to the university with us, huh? And we'll set you up a lab all to yourself.
I'd love to have you back on campus.
Now, I know this is your home, but tomorrow they're draining the lake. It may not be very pleasant for a while.
Thanks. We'll spend the night here.
Jonathan, ready?
I'm going to miss it.
You're not gonna miss that. Just getting set to cut the channel.
No, I won't miss that. Damn. I didn't get rid of that alligator. He'll rot and stink the place up.
Check it out, Jake.
Jonathan Slater loved his monster. Like some god, he'd called it forward through time to him, and he was its father, if not its master. Throw a stone in the water, and you never see where the ripples end. Of course, most of us don't breed dinosaurs, only innocent children. The mothers of Genghis Khan and Attila and Adolf Hitler must have been so proud. Look, they must have said, he's reaching out his little hand. For what? So until we meet next, this is Anthony Quayle reminding you that there is a touch of evil in all of us. Good night. Pleasant dreams.
The Terror returns tomorrow with another 2 hours of rarely seen episodes of The Evil Touch. Same Wonders time, same Wonders place, and only in TV Land. See you then, if you dare.